The power within, challenging the genetic blueprint. What if your beliefs, not your genes, were in control of your life? What if the thoughts you think and the emotions you feel could shape your reality in ways you never imagined? What if you had the power to rewrite your destiny simply by changing your thoughts? Imagine the possibilities if your mind could influence your physical being, altering the very fabric of your existence. For years we've been told that our genes dictate our health, our behavior, even our character. This deterministic view has shaped our understanding of biology and medicine for decades. But groundbreaking research in the field of epigenetics is turning this belief on its head, challenging the notion that we are merely the sum of our genetic parts, revealing a truth far more empowering. We are not victims of our genes but masters of our fate. This new understanding gives us the power to influence our biology in profound ways. My journey into this empowering reality began in a laboratory, surrounded by petri dishes and microscopes. It was here that I first glimpsed the incredible potential of epigenetics. As a cell biologist, I spent years studying the intricate workings of these tiny building blocks of life. Each discovery brought me closer to understanding the complex dance between genes and their environment. What I discovered challenged everything I thought I knew about biology and set me on a path to understand the profound connection between the mind and body. This journey was both scientific and deeply personal. Through my research, I witnessed firsthand how cells, the fundamental units of life, respond not just to their genetic programming, but also to their environment, to the signals they receive from the outside world. These signals could be physical, chemical, or even emotional. This realization was a game changer. It opened my eyes to the incredible adaptability and resilience of life at the cellular level. It meant that genes were not the fixed, immutable blueprints we once believed them to be, but rather dynamic entities constantly interacting with and being influenced by their surroundings. This interaction could lead to changes in gene expression affecting everything from health to behavior. This discovery opened up a world of possibilities. It suggested that we have more control over our biological destiny than we ever thought possible. If cells could change their behavior based on their environment, what did that mean for us? As complex beings made up of trillions of these adaptable cells, could we harness this power to improve our lives, our health, and our future? The answer, as I soon discovered, was nothing short of revolutionary. It was a revelation that promised to transform not just our understanding of biology, but our very approach to life itself. Beyond genes, the dance of cells and environment. Imagine for a moment a bustling city, a hive of activity with each component working in perfect harmony. The streets are alive with movement, the buildings hum with energy, and every individual plays a role in the grand scheme of things. That's what our bodies are like. Intricate ecosystems made up of trillions of cells, each performing a specific function. These cells are not isolated. They are in constant communication, working together to maintain balance and health. Just like citizens of a city, our cells communicate with each other, respond to their environment, and adapt to change. They send and receive signals, adjust their behavior, and ensure that the body functions smoothly. But here's the fascinating part. The environment of a cell isn't just the physical world around us, it's also the world within us. Our thoughts, our beliefs, our emotions. These internal factors create a unique environment that influences how our cells behave. Every thought we think, every feeling we experience sends a cascade of biochemical signals throughout our body, influencing the behavior of our cells. This means that our mental and emotional states have a direct impact on our physical health. This is where the magic of epigenetics comes in. Epigenetics is like the software that controls the hardware of our genes. It provides a layer of regulation that determines how our genetic code is expressed. It doesn't change the DNA sequence itself, but it determines how genes are expressed, whether they're switched on or off, turned up or down. This dynamic process allows our bodies to adapt to various internal and external stimuli. And guess what? Our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions play a powerful role in shaping these epigenetic changes. By influencing which genes are active, we can affect our overall health and well-being. Think of identical twins who share the same DNA but often lead very different lives. Despite their genetic similarities, their unique experiences shape their health and personalities in distinct ways. They might have different personalities, different health outcomes, even different aging processes. This divergence is a testament to the power of the environment and personal experiences in shaping our biology. Why? Because their experiences, their environments, and ultimately their beliefs have shaped their gene expression in distinct ways. This ongoing interaction between genes and environment is a dance that defines our individuality. This means that we are not simply passive recipients of our genetic inheritance. We have the ability to influence how our genes are expressed through our actions and choices. We are active participants in the unfolding story of our lives, with the power to influence our biology through the choices we make, the beliefs we hold, and the emotions we cultivate. This empowers us to take control of our health and well-being in profound ways. Beliefs shape reality, the epigenetic revolution. If our thoughts and beliefs can actually influence our biology, then the implications are profound. What does that mean for our everyday lives? It means that the way we think and what we believe can shape our reality in ways we are only beginning to understand. It means we have far more control over our health, our mental well-being, and even our physical state than we ever imagined. Our happiness, our sense of fulfillment, and our destinies are not just written in our genes, but are influenced by our thoughts and beliefs. This is the empowering message of epigenetics, a message that challenges the deterministic view of genes and places the power back in our hands. Imagine the possibilities when we realize that we are not merely at the mercy of our genetic code. Imagine your mind as a fertile garden, a place where the seeds of your thoughts and beliefs can grow and flourish. The thoughts you plant and nurture will ultimately determine what grows in this garden of your life. Positive thoughts can lead to a vibrant, thriving garden. If you plant seeds of fear, doubt, and limitation, you'll likely harvest a crop of anxiety, illness, and unfulfilled potential. Negative thoughts and beliefs can choke the life out of your garden, leaving it barren and full of weeds. But if you choose to plant seeds of love, gratitude, and belief in yourself, you create the fertile ground for joy, well-being, and limitless possibilities to blossom. You can cultivate a garden that is full of life, color, and beauty, reflecting the positive energy you put into it. This is not just wishful thinking, it's backed by science. The field of epigenetics provides evidence that our environment and our mindset can influence gene expression. Studies have shown that positive emotions like gratitude and joy can boost our immune system, making us more resilient to illnesses. These positive emotions can lower stress hormones, improve our cardiovascular health, and contribute to overall well-being. On the other hand, chronic stress, negativity, and self-criticism can wreak havoc on our bodies, suppressing our immune function, increasing inflammation, and making us more susceptible to disease. The impact of negative emotions on our health is profound, leading to a weakened immune system and a higher risk of chronic illnesses. This is why it's so crucial to become aware of the stories we tell ourselves, the beliefs we hold dear, and the thoughts we allow to take root in our minds. By cultivating positive thoughts and beliefs, we can create a healthier, happier, and more fulfilling life. Because just like a garden, our minds thrive when we cultivate them with care, weeding out the negative and nourishing the positive. When we tend to our mental garden with love and attention, we can create a life that is rich, vibrant, and full of possibilities. The mind's dual nature rider and elephant. Now you might be thinking, this sounds great in theory, but changing my thoughts and beliefs is easier said than done. And you're absolutely right. Our minds are complex, and sometimes it feels like we're fighting an uphill battle against deeply ingrained patterns of thinking and behaving. To understand this inner struggle, imagine a rider on an elephant. The rider represents our conscious mind, the part of us that sets goals, makes plans, and tries to control our behavior. The elephant, on the other hand, represents our subconscious mind, the vast reservoir of automatic programs, deeply held beliefs, and emotional reactions. The problem is the elephant is much bigger and stronger than the rider. So, while the rider might have good intentions, if the elephant has a mind of its own, it's going to be a challenge to steer it in the desired direction. This is why simply knowing what we should think or do isn't always enough to create lasting change. We need to work with the elephant, not against it. We need to understand its motivations, its fears, and its ingrained patterns of behavior. And most importantly, we need to earn its trust and cooperation. This is where the real work of transformation truly begins.